Magic Knights from the Clover Kingdom had to get stronger and improve their mana control in order to face off against the Dark Triad and the Dark Disciples who were approaching the Clover Kingdom. In this video, I compare a potential matchup between Yono and Leopold Vermillion of the Crimson Lions. We know after the time skip, Magic Knights from the Clover Kingdom who have been shown are looking so overpowered that it's amazing to think about. So, why do I say this? We currently see the improvement Lack has gone through facing off against the Dark Disciple who was using at least 50% evil magic. Lack was able to defeat Dark Disciple by using true lightning magic. We've seen Asta go up against Dante, the leader of the Dark Triad, and hold his own against Dante, just to be defeated by Dante. We know that Asta is looking so overpowered and is captain level at the moment. We've also had events where members of squads which existed in the Black Clover Kingdom or which existed in the Clover Kingdom are looking so overpowered. The Black Bulls currently are like the gods of the Clover Kingdom. Each and every Black Bull member is looking so overpowered. Members who have been shown after the time skip currently are looking so overpowered in the manga, and I ain't gonna lie, it's so interesting to think about. We know the Black Bulls, when they were introduced as people who didn't care about their rank. All they just wanted to do was have fun, save individuals who were in trouble. They were the worst among the bunch, but currently I would say they are the strongest magic squad in the Clover Kingdom. So in this video I talk about a battle between Yono and Leopold Vermillion. We know both have been able to defeat Dark Disciples of the Dark Triad, which shows how strong they've gotten over the training period and how amazing their power has gotten to. So, who would win in a one-on-one battle? There are a lot of details to consider in this fight. We know things that matters in a one-on-one fight are 1. Speed, 2. We have the strength, 3. We have endurance. These are the 3 most important factors which are essential in any kind of fight, which helps an individual reach his or her potential in a fight, which shows how strong an individual is compared to another individual. We know the faster an opponent is, the better his attacks get and the stronger his attacks seem. So all this makes sure that everything in the battle looks amazing. So, before the time skip was almost vice captain level, and we know the Golden Dawns had some pretty powerful foes, and the vice captain of the Golden Dawn back then was very powerful, and we see what he did to Asta. He was able to defeat Asta, was able to defeat Funeral. We saw this before the 6-man training time skip. It's just great to think about Yuno's power before the training time skip. We know he was able to use Mana Zone. He also had the Wind Spirit, which helped him improve his wind-based magic. We know Yuno's speed was not to be underrated. Everything involving Yono was just crazy. Later to find out that he was a prince of the Clover Kingdom right after the time skip. We know this is just crazy to think about. Elf Yono was so powerful that he aided in the battle, which helped defeated the devil who Zagreus, the devil who was causing so much trouble, who had caused so much trouble in the Clover Kingdom. Starting from the first Wizard King to the current story, we know the devil was planning all these attacks for like the past 500 years just to get his chance to manifest into his true form on Earth. But when his form was shown, we know that he was defeated by the combined abilities of the Magic Knights of the Clover Kingdom. So it's not to be underestimated. His mana control is absurd. His amount of mana is absurd to think about. So you're not supposed to underestimate in any way. Now, Leopold Vermillion. Leopold Vermillion is also a royal, which means he will have a lot of mana. We know royals are blessed with a lot of mana due to what they did with the elves. Royals are not supposed to be underestimated in any way. Leopold has 2 other siblings who are monsters in their own right. The lady sibling is crazy and is a beast among beasts, whereas his brother is a gentleman among gentlemen. You know how powerful of a shadow they are casting over Leopold. But Leopold getting over this roadblock has shown improvement in his skill. Before the training skip, he had doubts about it, but after training with the Fire Spirit, who was supposed to protect the Heart Kingdom from these Dark Disciples who are looking so And the spirits are just dang it. The spirit guardians are just looking so annoying currently, and I'm like, why were they introduced in the story? We know most of them have been defeated by these dark disciples, even though we don't know the details of the fight. Those who have been shown have already been defeated. And that's just crazy to think about. All the hype that was built around them. See Gajia, how powerful he was made to seem using true lightning magic. That was just crazy to think about. But the rest of the Spirit Guardians have been a disappointment in the story. But hopefully there's hope for them in the future. So, Flogger helps Leopold get over this barrier and tells him that that's his skill. That's what makes him special. That's what he could use to increase his power. So we've seen that Leopold has now accepted the fact that he's always going to be in the shadow of his two elder siblings. But here he can also get stronger day by day and in the end probably surpass his siblings. So his fight against the Dark Disciple who used eyeball magic was just crazy to think about. We know how powerful that Dark Disciple was. That Dark Disciple had defeated the Spirit Guardian of Fire who was supposed to protect the Heart Kingdom. And even the civilians who were watching the battle said Leopold had no chance in defeating that Dark Disciple. But through grit and will, we see Leopold endure through this powerful encounter and finally defeat this Dark Disciple by using one of the most deadliest flame magic attributes. We know he's not able to use the runes, and the use of Aerith has made Leopold a very, very powerful opponent to go up against and made him a special Magic Knight in the Clover Kingdom currently. So, who do I think would win in the fight? We know both have a lot of potential, both are strong in their own right, both have a lot of mana reserves. One has better attacking potency, one has better defensive potency. We know can use his swing to attack and defend at the same time, whereas Leopold can also use his fire flame magic to defend and attack at the same time. We know fire is deadlier in attacking and wind is better for defending. So when it comes to attack, I give the advantage to Leopold, but when it comes to defense, I give the advantage to Yono. Yono lost to Xenon of the Dark Triad, and it was said by Xenon himself that he didn't lose because he was weak. He lost because Xenon was that powerful. Just think about it. A Dark Triad complementing is just obscene to think about. Like, it's crazy to think about. And the Dark Disciple Leopold defeated was using at least 50% of the Devil's power because he had wings and is at his back. And we know individuals who get involved with Devil Mana develop these characteristics in the Clover Kingdom. So it's amazing to think about. So both are overpowered in their own right and both have resources at their disposal which will help them defeat an opponent in a fight. Now, comparing these two royals, I do think Yono has the upper hand and Yono has more room to grow and he has more potential, and everything about Yono is just crazy to think about right now. We know before the time skip he was way stronger than Leopold Vermillion. Right after the time skip, if they've all improved proportionately, that means Yono is so stronger than Leopold Vermillion. But Leopold Vermillion trained in the Heart Kingdom, so he has learned how to use true flame magic. If you use the true attributes of your magic, you get even more powerful than you were before. But was not able to train with the Heart Kingdom. I don't know what happened there, but if was to train in the Heart Kingdom, I could see being so powerful because he had the talent for magic control and everything. He was just a genius when it comes to fighting, and he was a prodigy when it comes to battles. So if was to train in the Heart Kingdom, I do think he will be way more powerful than he is portrayed currently. So I do think is winning in this battle because he was stronger before Leopold, before the time skip, and is still stronger after the time skip. He has the wind spirit, and that even makes overpowered in his own right. So would win in this battle. If you like this video, comment down below who do you think will win in the battle. Subscribe to my channel. A lot of videos will be dropping on this channel, so stay tuned. Anime Eclipse here, and I'm out.